Section 23 of Stories of the Scottish Border by Mr. and Mrs. William Platt. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 20. After Flodden. So deeply did the tragic result of Flodden touch the hearts of the Scottish people that no Scot could for many a long day hear it mentioned without a heart thrill. Many are the songs written about it, the most famous perhaps being The Flowers of the Forest, written 2 centuries later, though partly founded upon an older and almost forgotten song. The Flowers of the Forest. I've heard them lilting at our ewe milking, lasses a lilting before dawn o' day. But now they are moaning on ilka green loaning, the flowers of the forest are all weed away. At buttes in the morning nae blithe lads are scorning, the lasses are lonely and dour and wae. Wae daffing, nae gabbing, but sighing and sobbing, ilk ane lifts her leglin and hies her away. In Hurst at the shearing nae youths now are jeering, the bansters are unkled and liart or grey, at fair or at preaching, nae wooing, nae fleeching. The flowers of the forest are all weed away. At e'en in the gloaming, nae yonkers are roaming, bout stacks with the lasses at bogle to play, but ilk maid sits dreary, lamenting her dearie, the flowers of the forest are all weed away. Dull and wae for the order sent our lads to the border, the English for once by guile won the day. The flowers of the forest that fought aye the foremost, the prime of our land, are cold in the clay. We'll hear nae mair lilting at the ewe milking, women and bairns are heartless and wae, sighing on moaning on ilka green loaning, the flowers of the forest are all weed away. Jean Eliot, 1727 to 1805. Following poem also gives eloquent and touching expression to the deep gloom which descended upon the Border after the fatal battle, and tells of the despair felt in almost every Ettrick home. Selkirk after Flodden, a widow's dirge, October 1513. It's but a month the morn sin all was peace and plenty, o Hurst was haflin shorn, aidant men and lassies denty, but now it's all distress. Never mair a merry meeting, for half the bairns are fatherless, and all the women greeting o Flodden field. Miles and miles round Selkirk town, where forest flowers are fairest, ilka lassie's stricken down with a fate that furs the sairest. All the lads they used to meet by Ettrick braes or Yarrow, lying thrammelt head and feet in Brankston's deadly barrow, o Flodden field. Frae every cleuch and clan the best of the braid Border rose like a single man to meet the royal order. O Burgh town itself sent its 70 down the glen, ask Fletcher how they fell, brave fechtin an to 10 o Flodden field. Round about their gallant king for country and for crown stood the dauntless Border ring till the last was hackit down. I blame no what has been, they maun fa that canna flee, but oh to see what I ha seen, to see what now I see, o Flodden field. The suitors are full croose o' their leather and their lingle, with their shoes in ilka hoose sat contented round the ingle. No, there's naething left but dool. Never mair their work will cheer them in Flodden's bloody pool. They'll neither wait nor wear them o Flodden field. Whar the weavers used to meet in ilka bieldy corner, no, there's none in a' the street, savin here and there a mourner, walking lonely as a wraith, or if she meet another, just a word below their breath, or some slaughtered son or brother of Flodden field. There stands the goodman's loom that used to gang sae cheery, untented noo and tomb, making all the house sae eerie, till the sicht I canna dree, for the shuttles lying dumb speak the loudlier to me o' him that wunna come o' Flodden field. Sae at nicht I covered over, just to hold it frae my een, but I hanna yet the power to forget what it has been, and I listen through the hoose for the chapping o' the lay, till the scraping o' a moose takes my very breath away. O Flodden field! Then I turn to sister Jean, and my arms aboot her twine, and I kiss her sleepless een, for her heart's as sair as mine, a heart once fu' of fun, and hands that ne'er were idle. We a' her cleedin spun against her Jamie's bridle. O Flodden field! Now we've neither hands nor heart, in our grief the walk's forgotten, though it's wanted every airt, and the craps are lying rotten. Was awesome blasts gane by, and left a land forlorn, in death's stool hearst they lie, the shearers and the shorn of Flodden field. We winter creeping near us, when the nichts are drear and lang, nane to help us, nane to hear us, on the weary gate we gang. Lord o' the quick and deed, sin oor ane we canna see, in mercy mak good speed, and bring us where they be, far, far frae Flodden field. J.B. Selkirk, James B. Brown, by permission of W. Cuthbertson, Esquire. Another lyric relating to the fatal Battle of Flodden refers to the gallantry of the suitors or shoemakers of Selkirk, who, to the number of 80, and headed by their town clerk, joined the army as it entered England. They distinguished themselves greatly, and few returned. The yellow and green are the liveries of the House of Hume, taxed by some with being the cause of the defeat. Up with the suitors of Selkirk, and doon with the Earl of Hume, and up wi' all the braw lads that sew the single-soled shoon. Fie upon yellow and yellow, and fie upon yellow and green, but up wi' the true blue and scarlet, and up wi' the single-soled sheen. Up wi' the suitors of Selkirk, for they are baith trusty and leal, and up wi' the men of the forest, and down wi' the merce to the deil. In Ayton's Lays of the Scottish Cavaliers, the following well-known poem tells how the news of the disaster at Flodden Field was received in Edinburgh. Edinburgh after Flodden. 1. News of battle, news of battle, hark 'tis ringing down the street, and the archways and the pavement bear the clang of hurrying feet. News of battle, who hath brought it? News of triumph, who should bring tidings from our noble army, greetings from our gallant king? All last night we watched the beacons blazing on the hills afar, each one bearing as it kindled message of the opened war. All night long the northern streamers shot across the trembling sky, fearful lights that never beckon, save when kings or heroes die. 2. News of battle, who hath brought it? All are thronging to the gate. Warder, warder, open quickly! Man, is this a time to wait? And the heavy gates are opened, then a murmur long and loud, and a cry of fear and wonder bursts from out the bending crowd. For they see in battered harness only one hard-stricken man, and his weary steed is wounded, and his cheek is pale and wan. Spearless hangs a bloody banner in his weak and drooping hand. God, can that be Randolph Murray, captain of the city band? 3. Round him crush the people, crying, "Tell us all, oh tell us true! Where are they who went to battle, Randolph Murray sworn to you? Where are they, our brothers, children? Have they met the English foe? Why art thou alone unfollowed? Is it weal or is it woe? Like a corpse the grisly warrior looks from out his helm of steel, but no word he speaks in answer, only with his armoured heel chides his weary steed, and onward up the city streets they ride. Fathers, sisters, mothers, children, shrieking, praying by his side. By the God that made thee, Randolph, tell us what mischance hath come. Then he lifts his riven banner, and the asker's voice is dumb. 4. The elders of the city have met within their hall, the men whom good King James had charged to watch the tower and wall. Your hands are weak with age, he said, your hearts are stout and true, so bide ye in the maiden town while others fight for you. My trumpet from the border side shall send a blast so clear that all who wait within the gate that stirring sound may hear. Or if it be the will of heaven that back I never come, and if instead of Scottish shout ye hear the English drum, then let the warning bells ring out, then gird you to the fray, then man the walls like burghers stout, and fight while fight you may. 'Twere better that in fiery flame the roofs should thunder down, than that the foot of foreign foe should trample in the town. Then in came Randolph Murray, his step was slow and weak, and as he doffed his dinted helm, the tears ran down his cheek. They fell upon his corslet and on his mailed hand, as he gazed round him wistfully, leaning sorely on his brand. And none who then beheld him but straight were smote with fear, for a bolder and a sterner man had never couched a spear. They knew so sad a messenger some ghastly news must bring, and all of them were fathers, and their sons were with the king. 6. And up then rose the provost. A brave old man was he, of ancient name and knightly fame, and chivalrous degree. He ruled our city like a lord, who brooked no equal here, and ever for the townsman's rights stood up 'gainst prince and peer. And he had seen the Scottish host march from the borough muir, with music storm and clamorous shout, and all the din that thunders out when youth's of victory sure. But yet a dearer thought had he, for with a father's pride he saw his last remaining son go forth by Randolph's side, with casque on head and spur on heel, all keen to do and dare, and proudly did that gallant boy Dunedin's banner bear. Oh, woeful now was the old man's look, and he spoke right heavily. Now, Randolph, tell thy tidings, however sharp they be. Woe is written on thy visage, death is looking from thy face. Speak, though it be of overthrow, it cannot be disgrace. 7. Right bitter was the agony that wrung that soldier proud. Thrice did he strive to answer, and thrice he groaned aloud. Then he gave the riven banner to the old man's shaking hand, saying, "That is all I bring ye from the bravest of the land. Ay, you may look upon it. It was guarded well and long by your brothers and your children, by the valiant and the strong. One by one they fell around it, as the archers laid them low, grimly dying, still unconquered, with their faces to the foe. Ay, ye may well look upon it. There is more than honour there, else be sure I had not brought it from the field of dark despair. Never yet was royal banner steeped in such a costly dye. It hath lain upon a bosom where no other shroud should lie. Sirs, I charge you, keep it holy, keep it as a sacred thing, for the stain ye see upon it was the lifeblood of your king." 8. Woe and lamentation. What a piteous cry was there! Widows, maidens, mothers, children, shrieking, sobbing in despair. Through the streets the death word rushes, spreading terror, sweeping on. Jesu Christ, our King has fallen. Oh, great God, King James is gone. Holy Mother, shield us, thou who erst did lose thy son. Oh, the blackest day for Scotland that she ever knew before! Oh, our King, the good, the noble, shall we see him never more? Woe to us, and woe to Scotland! Oh, our sons and men! Surely some have 'scaped the Southron, surely some will come again. Randolph Murray describes how the monarch lies dead on the field, with his nobles around him. All so thick they lay together when the stars lit up the sky, that I knew not who was stricken, or who yet remained to die. A hollow knell is rung, and the Miserere is sung, and all is terror and disorder until the provost rouses them. If our king be taken from us, we are left to guard his son. Up and haste ye through the city, stir the burghers stout and true, gather all our scattered people, fling the banner out once more. Randolph Murray, do thou bear it as it erst was borne before. Never Scottish heart will leave it when they see their monarch's gore. End of section 23.